And Mexican cartels cast a large shadow over the economy of California. Here's my report. Illegal food vendors now crowd the streets of many California cities. Walk through the downtown areas of Los Angeles or even San Diego, and you'll feel like you're in a third world country. And not just because of the crime, drugs, and homelessness. So when it comes to these vendors, not only are many of these food carts illegally operating, while the businesses they try to poach customers from drown in red tape and taxes, but often they are run by illegals as well. Video went viral earlier this month of one such cart being knocked over in front of Henry's Pub, which recently closed its doors after 25 years in San Diego's Gaslamp Quarter.
Hey, run away! Hey, no.
Join me now to discuss in studio is Amy Reichert, the founder of Restore San Diego. Amy, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Great. So according to SanDiegoVille.com, the man that we see in the video, he's an employee of Henry's Pub, and he's very upset. I believe it's their last night that they're operating. He goes over and he knocks over the cart vendor, as we see in the video. So do employees like him and also the employers themselves, do they have a right to be upset about these vendors outside their doors?
Absolutely. Businesses downtown throughout California, they're enraged by the high taxes that they have to pay because of Gavin Newsom, making it so impossible to do business. But regarding illegal hot dog vendors, what's happening is they're setting up shop in front of restaurants or bars and pubs, and they're taking about $2,000 a night. And this isn't just one or two hot dog vendors. Hundreds descend on downtown San Diego every single night.
And so it seems like there's something larger going on behind the scenes. I know you were recently in the area doing some on-the-ground investigative work, and you found that some of these vendors may be tied to the cartels. Could you elaborate on that for the audience?
Well, 12 businesses filed a lawsuit against the far-left mayor of the city of San Diego, and in that complaint, they allege that these illegal street vendors are actually brought in by box trucks from Tijuana as well as Los Angeles. Morning and night is what the court documents say. And yes, these carts are actually run by people who don't even live in San Diego, and they're paying off smuggler debts.
And so that's money being taken out of the local economy here in San Diego, and it's going into the pockets of some, you know, not some great criminal organizations of the cartels. Exactly. And so, you know, that heads off some criticism that your reporting's received from those who say, well, they're just trying to make a living, Amy. Just let it be. But like you said, it's a larger operation. It's taking money out of the local markets here, putting into the pockets of cartels, it seems very likely, and it's putting local businesses under. And that is obviously not a tenable situation. You also talk about that there is the issue, though, of safety when it comes to some of these carts. What did you notice on the hygiene?
Well, it's funny, like, so this video went viral, 25 million views, and like people were putting in the comments, oh, I love those hot dogs. And I'm like, yeah, it's hepatitis on a bun with a side of E. coli. Are you kidding me? When I was down there Friday evening, I saw multiple carts with zero refrigeration. Some of them were just unmanned. The food was uncovered. It was disgusting.
And you also noted earlier when we were talking off camera before joining here for this interview that there's also allegations that some of these vendors may be taking advantage of some drunk locals. Could you speak to that as well?
Yeah. So in that video, you can hear the bartender screaming, "You're a scammer, you're a scammer." Well, what multiple businessmen have told me down there, who've, by the way, who've lost their businesses because of these illegal vendors, is on any given night around 2, 3 a.m. when people are the drunkest in downtown San Diego after being at the bars and they buy one of these hot dogs, what's happening is the vendors are overcharging them. They're overcharging their credit cards.
And so also just for viewers at home, we know that big cities obviously have always had their good areas. They've always had their bad areas. In recent years, it seems the bad areas have taken over large swaths of cities. But San Diego seemed to have withstood that test for a long time. It was one of the most beautiful, most clean, safest, big cities right here on the ocean, beautiful views, and yet recently in recent years, it seems things have gone down the tubes. I know a lot of homelessness that's really increased drug use, open drug use, and of course these vendors. So obviously we see the illegal immigration, the cartels operating openly. And so I was wondering, I would like to ask you, is that because of the new mayor that we have in, Todd Gloria, I believe is his name, correct?
Well, throughout America, in any blue city, you can see that the downtowns are spiraling because of violent crime, open drug use, homelessness, and illegal street vendors. There is a sense of lawlessness in American cities that are run by blue politicians, and that's exactly the case right here in San Diego. We've been ringing the bell for quite a while. We said we don't want to become San Francisco, we don't want to become Los Angeles, but sadly that's exactly what's happening.
I know my husband now, but my fiance at the time, we were walking through the streets of downtown not too long ago, about a year and a half ago, as we were talking about earlier. And like I mentioned, I saw there was a homeless man and he was about to do his drugs, but he had some kind of fire and there was foil and who knows what was being burned in it.
Exactly. Open fire.
Literally.
In downtown. Yeah.
Exactly. There was a security guard just a few doors down watching all of this. I know they're just the security guard, but they could call the cops. They could tell the guy to move. They could have done something essentially. And so when we talk about the crime, the homelessness, also the illegal immigration and the vendors, is what you've noticed as well on the ground, you're reporting that oftentimes there are maybe officers or security guard and they turn a blind eye to what they're seeing.
Well, you know, our cops in these blue cities, they're doing the best that they can. The fact of the matter is, what we've seen, especially with Black Lives Matter and the anti-police movement, the defund the police movement, is it's actually driven a lot of good people out of the San Diego Police Department. And so they are woefully understaffed right now by about 150 officers. So there was just a grand jury report released on Monday about how downtown is spiraling because we don't have enough police coverage downtown.
You know, and so when it comes to the issues that the city is facing, what motivates you to do what you do?
You know what? I love San Diego. I love California. I don't want to be one of those people that has to leave for a better life. I literally founded Restore San Diego to stand my ground and fight like hell for San Diego and California.
And we can't thank you enough for that. Like you said, the exodus is real. I know so many families who've picked up and who've left, but like you said, we need to stay. We need someone who will stay and someone who will fight. And so we thank you so much for that, Amy. For viewers out there, where can they find more of your work?
You can go to restoresandiego.org, or you can go to my X or my Instagram at AmyFOR San Diego. I drop it like it's hot every day.
Thank you so much, Amy. Thanks for making time for
Thank
us.
you.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.